Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the lovely Pacific Northwest in that wonderful little town of Belfair, Washington, Hickville, USA as I love to call it. So welcome to my channel everybody. This is my October 2025's Monday series video number 1. That means this will be a sketch card. And for the month of October, I am concentrating on the lovely, lovely, lovely Autumn Trees bundle. Now, I am pairing it with the Autumn Toile DSP. And of course the dies that go with the bundle. I did also purchase the irregular weaved trim ribbon that was part of the suite. I did not get the amber, what was that called? Amber, the one with the pumpkins. I did not get that because I got more for my money when I split up the bundle, because I got the Christmas collage and the sentiments for all seasons dies. I just got more for the money that I had allocated to place my order for. So this is what I am using today. Actually, we are just using the DSPs and the large tree dies for this card. So every month I concentrate on a particular stamp set, suite, bundle, or kit. And I will give you a heads up, November looks like I will be using the new Christmas card kit, the one with the truck and the little dog. Yes. That's what I'm going to be using for my Monday and Saturday series videos for the month of November. So if you want to follow along with me, heads up, that's what I'm going to be doing for November's Monday and Saturday series. So this series, however, is my Monday series and Saturday series. Now they are designed two different things. So for my Monday series, the first Monday today is always designed with a sketch card. The second Monday is always designed with a case card. The third a shaker, the fourth a fun fold, and the fifth, if there is one I believe this month, that is a mystery as to what I will come up with for you and me both. For my Saturday series, same stamp set, suite, or bundle, or kit on the rare occasion, that is designed, the first Saturday is designed for the beginner stamper, the second Saturday for the casual, the third the avid, the fourth is the extreme. And again, if there are 5, which there are not this month, that is a mystery as to what I will come up with for you and me both. And I love bringing in retired paper pumpkin stamp sets, all the goodies that I have in my stash. I love bringing those in. So with that being said, I'm going to set this aside. And I'm going to show you the sketch first of all. So I am using a sketch from this mini catalog, September to December's mini catalog. Now, when the catalog is no longer valid, I tear out this page and I stick it in a notebook so I still have these sketches that I can use. So we're using the top row this time. And I had a little bit of a hard time deciding because I was like, oh, but I went with this one. So go over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This one. Now, sketches are just a jumping off point to spark creativity. You don't have to follow them to the letter, but they are there to help you get started with your project. This one, there are 4 squares and 1 rectangle. I'm going to be using 3 squares and a rectangle, and I'm going to add some layering pieces, and you're going to see that. So we're going to be referring to this quite a bit. I wanted larger squares because I really wanted to showcase my the DSP that we are using. So along with that, because my stamp set does not have any, you know what, I keep forgetting I could do autumn wishes. I have those dies that would spell that out. Case of card, I wonder if I should do that. So we're going to be using that great big tree as a little bit of a background. I'm going to be using this little give thanks here. This has been really versatile for this. That's from September 2020s. And I'm going to be using this old sanded background stamp just to give us a little bit of texture on my card base. So those are things I'm bringing in. Now, here we go with my list of supplies here. So I have a cream card base. This already has a little bit of texture on it, and I have a very vanilla envelope. This card base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25, right? And you can see, I want to show it. So I took some scrap pieces of paper, and I started out with a 3.5 by 3.5 inch square. It was too big. I cut it down by 1/4 inches until I got down to 2.5 by 2.5 piece of rectangle square. And then I realized, hey, this is the size I want. Like I said, I wanted my squares to be larger than what was in the picture, and I started laying them down, cockeyed as I call it, on my card base. And I realized with this size, I only was going to get 3 of them on my card base, unless I made a larger card base, which I was not going to do. So I thought, that works. This works. Then I decided I can layer this up with the piece. If this is my DSP size, I can layer that up with a piece of cardstock. So that's why layer number 1. Yes, and I put glue on the cardstock and not the DSP when I was gluing my pieces down. So I had to put some scrap paper on the back of that one. So this is my cardstock. This is my DSP. 2 of them are going to have this DSP, and 1 is going to be different. So you're going to die cut. You're going to cut, sorry, that bugs me. 3 pieces for layer number 1 are 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And then by the magic, they're all done. You have 3 pieces of DSP that are 2.5 by 2.5. Now I chose 2 with the pumpkins and 1 with the tree and the deer in it. So those are layer number 1 and 2. You can put those in the recycle bin. Layer number 3 is a strip of cardstock. Now this is 3/4 inch by 3 3/4, and then I have a piece to lay up on top of it that is 1/2 by 3.5, and this is where we're going to stamp our give thanks. Then I fussy cut. This was from the side of the DSP. This is going to be on the inside, but I fussy cut these pumpkins here and this little leaf here, and these are going to be our ephemera for this card. So, but before we do all of that, we are going to go ahead and stamp on the background, the sanded background here. So I'm going to take my crumb cake, and I chose, oh, I do have that pattern. There's a bit of a pattern in here, and it's a canvas. I do actually have that. This is my old cloth pad, so I can do the rub-a-dub-dub. If you have the foam pads, do tap, 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 okay? Big difference, cloth and foam. I need to do a bit of a test, because I think we need to take off some of this here. Oh, most definitely. Let's see. Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to take my card base, and we're going to see what we get. I might have to redo it full strength, but at least we're going to give it a go, right? So I'm going to rub really hard here because I took off so much of my ink, and it's already got a bit of texture on it. Oh, perfect. That's with taking off a layer of ink. So now that we're done with that, I can set that aside. Now we're going to come in with that big old tree. I don't have to worry about really anything going in the center, down the center line, because that's where we're going to have these. I need my little spot of early espresso. I just want to take some of the sides of this tree. All right, I'm gonna do this here, just a little bit there. I'm gonna take some of this section here Hold on a second, everybody. My hubby is yelling about the tacos. He doesn't know where they are. Give me a second. Russell, they're in the vegetable tray, honey. That's on the counter by the coffee maker. Come on, everybody. TT, come on. Sorry, everybody. The taco mix wasn't where he thought it was. Come on. Okay. I'm locking everybody out of the stamp room. Sorry, we almost had a catastrophe over taco night. And no, it's not Tuesday, but you would think that it would be. So we're going to add, oh, I think we need to do more. No, I don't want to really. I just want a portion of it here. We're just using it as a background. Now up here, I might have more of a problem. So I'm going to put this here. We're going to get some of, let's see which side, this side here done. Great. And we need a little bit up here. And I do not want any of the trunk. I just want, I guess we could do some of the trunk on that little bit. So you see a little bit here. I do need a little bit more. And you know what? I'm actually going to do the very bottom of this tree. There we go. So I am really, really happy with that. I'm also going to ink up the top of it. Cloth pad, right? I am going to add just a bit there. Now we're going to work on our envelope, and I have ink on my desk, and my shoulder is so not happy right now. Weather change in the weather. The arthritis is rearing its ugly head. So we're going to do our flap here over in this corner. I'm just huffing on it. There we go. So now we have some of that. So I'm going to take those in and wash them off in the sink. Now we get to create. So we are going to use not crumb cake. I am looking for my go-to from Painted Harvest, my Gather Together and Give Thanks. This is going to go, oh, you know what? Let's do that in pecan pie. So it's different from the, there is, sorry, I have a little hair there. Okay. I need a stamp and pierce mat as well. That's going to be really pretty in there. It is. And next we're going to do from the Painted Harvest, Your Kindness is going to go on the inside. Beautiful. Could have done a little bit better, but it is textured in there. So we are all done. Oh, no, we're not. Sorry. We need to, we need to stamp this. And I'm going to huff on this just on the side here. That little bit. And here is where we're going to stamp the Give Thanks in Early Espresso. If I can locate it again. I tell you what, this little spot has come in truly real handy these last couple of months. I just add a little bit of ink to it, and I'm trying to see where I want to put it. So these pumpkins are going to go here. So Give Thanks. Look at that. It just fits perfectly in there. Ta-da! Beautiful, right? And my desk, hold on. My arm of my chair was getting stuck under the actual desk. So we're going to glue this one. To its counterpart. And then we're going to get this card put together. So we have two pieces of DSP that are the same DSP, just a little bit different of the print. And I didn't pay attention to how I cut it. I just cut it. But I do know that I want this one in on the top. This one's going on the bottom. So this one's going to go half hours, almost like you just dropped a deck of cards and how they fall. That's how we're going to layer these up. So we do want them cockeyed, as I call it. I might pull this one over a little bit more and this one over. Yes, to spread it out a little bit. So let me show you the sketch. We're going to come back to it. So this is our sketch. I'm just spreading them out a little farther, and I made the squares larger. But I like my placement now. So now I'm going to work on laying them down. Hopefully I get them back down where I want them. So we're going to start this one. And if they're a little bit different, that's okay with this. This one, let me see. That looks really good. So I'm going to take the tip of this one, and I'm looking for a point. There is a line. Let me show you. There is a line in this pumpkin right here. So that's what I look for when I'm doing things like this. I'm looking for a point of reference when I pick it up that I can reference so I can lay it back down. So I know that this tip is going to go right there. Now this one I kind of wanted to see the deer, but I don't think you're going to be able to. I kind of like that, So now I got to find another point of reference, and I really don't see one except that it's going to be just off of the ear. That was Hank letting the dog in the stamp room. I put the dogs out, they put the dogs back in. That's kind of how it goes, right? All right, so we know that, there we go. That looks really good. Now my Give Thanks. My rectangle strip is longer. See how theirs is short and squat? Like I said, sketches are just a jumping point, a spark of creativity, just a jumping point to give you a starting point in your creative journey. So mine is coming still down at the bottom, and my pumpkins are going to come right here. I think I might bring it down farther. My idea was this leaf is almost identical to this one, and I thought they would go nicely like that. But I do want the thanks to be straight. And Hank is chopping wood for some reason. Always during a video. There's never a moment of peace. Sometimes there are when nobody's here. So that looks really good, actually. So let's try to get it straight. He must be bored. Or he must want his mom and him to have a fire tonight. That will not be me. My shoulder is really giving me quite a hard time here. So I know that it's not touching there. That's okay with me. Now these pumpkins, I could have scooted that up a little, but it's down. These pumpkins are going to go here, and I already have dimensionals. Oh, and I did the tree, and I meant to do the pumpkins. Oh. That's all right. We'll leave the pumpkins out. Wonder if I can get those on the envelope. I think, oh, I can in the corner. I'll put those on the envelope. All right. So my pumpkins are going to go here. And these are going to go right over top of the ones that look like it. I was going to bring them further down, but we'll just stick them since I didn't get it perfectly lined up. This now, wherever I put the envelope, I can put this right here, and I'm going to leave it off the page some. And I'll hand trim it. So I'm going to get close to the edge with the glue. Oh, that is so not straight. I just made it worse. Let's see. I'm worried I'm going to cut my envelope open. All right. So I have my little bit there that I fussy cut out. I don't want it to go to waste. And let's see. I did pull out some bling. So we have these, but I'm not sure it needs anything. It does need Winka Stella. Nothing on that one, but these. And do we want, I have pecan pie. Oh, I do like these. Oh, just that little lifting like that is sending pain right up through my shoulder. So I'm thinking 1, 2, right? 1, 2, and maybe 3. So 1 here, because that just looks like it could use a little one. And then 1, 2, and I'm not sure if I think I want 2 little ones. The big ones I think would be too distracting with the print. But I think that works really well with them. So let me know what you think. So this is my sketch card, right? I'm so happy with it. And this is what we used right here. Like I said, we omitted one of the squares and we used that big tree as part of our background. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? It worked out really well. And our sentiment strip, we layered these up and we made them larger so we had more of a focal point, and they had more surface on the sides, and I wanted there to be more focal on the DSP because the DSP is so absolutely beautiful, and I hope you all like this because I think it came out lovely. I guess I could put it on this side because there's more of it. But anyways, thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope to see you all again soon here in my Wonderland. Bye-bye for now, everyone.